Ruy Lopez opening, Morphy defense, open, classical defense, 10.NBD2011.BC2F512.NB3. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Both players navigated the middle game well. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. A typical answer is e5, which builds a position in the middle, controls d4, and frees up the queen and bishop on the dark square. The move nf3 advances the knight toward the center, engages the e5 piece in combat, and sets up a castle. nc6 defends the pawn on e5, advances the knight toward the center, and scans the d4 square. The Ruy Lopez opening develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, the lone defender of the e5 pawn. a6 forces the bishop to decide, exchange or retreat. ba4 safely retreats the bishop while keeping pressure on the knight. nf6 attacks the undefended e4 pawn and develops the knight at the same time. Castling gets the king out of the center and prepares to develop the rook to e1. nx-e4 captures the undefended e4 pawn. d4 takes space in the center, attacks the e5 pawn and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. b5 takes space on the queen side and forces white's light squared bishop to b3. bb3 retreats the bishop to a more active square. d5 takes space in the center, protects the knight on e4 and allows the light squared bishop to develop. dx-e5 captures the e5 pawn and attacks the important d6 and f6 squares. b6 develops the light squared bishop and defends the d5 pawn. nbd2 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the knight on e4. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. bc2 attacks the e4 knight. The knight is now adequately defended. This connects the rooks, which helps them coordinate together in the future. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. It is a fair deal after all captures. Recaptures. This strikes a rival knight. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. Backs off. A pawn kicks the opposing knight, forcing it to move or risk being captured. The knight is now on a square that is more secure. Game's master. It is the final book action. A rook enters the action after developing outside of its starting square as a result. It is ideal. This is an equal trade. It is best. Recaptures. It is ideal. It is a fair deal after all captures. That's good. Backs off. It is ideal. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. This moves the bishop to safety. It is best. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. Now that the rooks can see one another, they can defend one another. That's good. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This threatens to kick a queen. It is best. A very strong play. It is excellent. There was only one good move in that position. This overlooks an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. It is a mistake. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. This threatens to reveal a check. It is excellent. There was just one smart move to be made. It is incorrect. Very precise. It is best. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. There was only one move that was effective, and this wasn't it? This misses a chance to make a pawn-winning threat. It is incorrect. This misses an opportunity to develop a rook off its starting square. It is an inaccuracy. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This threatens to play checkmate. It is good. There was only one good move in that position. This misses an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. This allows the opponent to create a passed pawn. It is a mistake. That was a truly amazing move. This is the only move that works. This took advantage of a mistake and white now has a winning advantage. It is brilliant. That pawn was free for the taking. It is best. This raises the possibility of an eventual checkmate. It is incorrect. Equality is within reach, but this move doesn't get there. There was only one good move there. It is a miss. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This misses a better way to offer an equal trade of pieces. It is a miss. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This prevents a queen on the other side from checking. It is ideal. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. It is best. This prevents an attack on a queen who may have been taken prisoner. It is ideal. This moves the queen to safety. It is best. This prevents a queen on the other side from checking. It is ideal. This provides an equal exchange of parts. It is ideal. This blocks an attack on a vulnerable queen. It is best. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Both players navigated the middle game well. This move puts the queen on a safer square. It is best. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Both players navigated the middle game well.